The draft lottery is come and gone, and now we know where all top 16 teams in the draft are going to be picking. So it's time for the first mock draft of the year. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. It is mock draft time. It's always a little fun to do a mock draft. It's a little bit early, and I'll be doing a full round as we get closer to the draft, which is, I believe, June 28th. So mid-June, I'll be doing a full round and probably have some updates and there'll be some changes. But for now, we know where the top 16 teams are picking, unless there's some trades for the picks, but we can't foresee that. So this is my picks for the top 16 right now. Enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comment section about my picks if you think I'm wrong and what you would do. And yeah, enjoy the video. Leading off with the number one pick is the San Jose Sharks. And it's no doubt they're taking center Macklin Celebrini. He's in a tier by himself in this draft. Celebrini is the number one pick. Whichever team got the number one pick, they're taking him. The 2024 Hobey Baker winner has some San Jose ties already. I think his dad works there in the sports. No doubt he goes first. A great addition to Will Smith in their rebuild. And what else can you say? Macklin Celebrini. Number two is Chicago Blackhawks. Now, while I hate that Chicago is even allowed to win a lottery pick right now, they'll add the KHL SKA team's right wing Ivan Demidov to play with last season's number one pick, Connor Bedard. Chicago starts building their top six with this pick and with the number 14 pick from Pittsburgh. Considered the second best forward in the draft behind Celebrini, he could prove to be an equal or better than Matvei Michkov. Sorry, Alex. They'll only have 1 year to wait for Demidov's arrival, and he's going second. In the third spot is the Anaheim Ducks. After trading defenseman Jamie Drysdale to Philadelphia for forward Cutter Gauthier last season, the Ducks should be looking for a defenseman and will select right-hand D Artyom Levshinov, that's how you pronounce it, out of Michigan State. They're pretty solid at center, but have a hole at third D that could be filled by a defenseman with size and a strong two-way game. 6'2", 208 pounds, phenomenal skater, a point producer, needs a little work on his defense, but he's a solid puck mover. At number 4, we have Columbus Blue Jackets. The Jackets could be looking for a defenseman, but I think Caden Lindstrom could be the fit here. A 6'3", 210-pound center with a huge upside who could give Columbus an awesome 1-2 punch at center with last year's pick, Adam Fantilli. He's got a lethal shot, plays with an edge, physical strength, creates havoc around the net. Health issues could possibly scare them off. He missed half the season last year. I think it was a hand injury, and there's some back issues. He projects, though, to be a safe pick early in this draft. At number 5 is the Montreal Canadiens, the greatest team ever. My team, I've been waiting for this. With Demidov and Lindstrom gone, and I'll say this, if Lindstrom has not been picked, there's a really good chance that is who Montreal will pick, but in this mock draft, he's gone. Montreal has options here. There's good defense and forwards at this point, but I think their target is forward, Tij Aginla. Anyways, so they might pick him here, or if they feel confident to get him, say, at 8th or 9th, they could trade down with Seattle or Calgary and acquire another first or second round pick and still get Aginla, a player built for the playoffs. Jerome's kid has pedigree and an understanding of how a star player survives in this league. A gritty top 6 winger with high-end potential. He's got the tools, the brain, and the ability. Probably 2 years away from the NHL, and the guy I have a gut feeling about, and it's been a couple of months now, and the guy I want them to pick, either at 5th or if they trade down. Next up at 6th is Utah. No other name than Utah right now. The former Coyotes like drafting Russians. They drafted huge Dmitry Simashov, defenseman, last year, And I think they go for 6'7" defenseman Anton Silayev to go along with him and give them a pairing of behemoths on the blue line. Played in the KHL at 17 years old last season and had 11 points. Doesn't sound like much, but the most ever for a Russian U18 defense or forward. At 7 is the Ottawa Senators. The Sens like to draft talented D and trade them away at some point. I think they draft a D that they won't trade away, and that's Zeev Buyam, a left D out of Denver in the NCAA, a game-breaker type of D, a la Montreal's Lane Hudson. An impact D that's hard to pass over. He has high-end skill set, will play big minutes as a top 4 and maybe a top pair D. Top 10 scoring in the NCAA as a freshman defenseman. He is 6 foot, 183 pounds, and he is a great skater. At number 8, we got Seattle Kraken. The Kraken do not have a premium D prospect in their pool, and defenseman Sam Dickinson is just that. One of the best skaters in the draft, a standout on a very deep London team. He's got a very heavy slap shot. His defensive game is above the other D prospects at his age. Positionally sound in his own zone with an active stick, as well-rounded a defenseman as you can ask for in a prospect. A potential top 4 cornerstone and the best D at this spot. At number 9 is the Calgary Flames, and I'll say if Tij Iginla has not been picked by the Montreal Canadiens or anyone else, Calgary will take Iginla. But in this mock draft with Iginla gone at this point, I think Calgary takes defenseman Zane Parekh, a high-scoring right-hand D from Saginaw of the OHL. He is 6 foot, 180 pounds, offensive defenseman whose scoring outweighs his defensive deficiencies, which is normally the case for a high-scoring defenseman. He lit up the OHL with 33 goals, 63 assists, and 96 points. He has an elite ability to create with the puck on his stick. He's aggressive and confident, and he'll drive offense from the back end. Dynamic in the offensive zone. At number 10, the last pick in the top 10 has New Jersey Devils. The Devils should go best player available and not for need, as they don't really have any particular needs, except in goal. They could use the pick to acquire a number 1 goalie, but I'm thinking they grab center Berkeley Catton of the WHL's Spokane Chiefs. He may be a bit small, but projects to be a high-impact forward, a strong skater, and will bring a ton of offense with him. He had 54 goals, 62 assists, and 116 points in 68 games. He's a force with the puck on his stick, and the Devils shouldn't shy away because of his 5'10", 170-pound frame. At number 11, we find the Buffalo Sabres. I think they take right wing Beckett Seneca of Oshawa of the OHL. Buffalo has a lot of top D in Dahlin, Power, Byram, that I don't think they go D here. Seneca is 6'2", 180 pounds with a ton of skill, great skater, terrific hands, good in tight situations, is a standout with the puck, had a strong performance in the playoffs, so he steps up in the playoffs, has some defense or back-checking work to do, but development should fix that. Has the size Buffalo wants, but will have to put on some muscle because he's a bit lean. At number 12, the Philadelphia Flyers. This one is for Alex. The Flyers would like to see winger Cole Yzerman still available at 12. If he is, they're taking him. Thought to be the best goal scorer in this class, Yzerman will drop to here, though, because he needs work everywhere else. Skating, defense, play away from the puck, etc. His scoring ability alone, though, is worth any risk about the rest of that in this part of the top 16. With the expected arrival this spring of Matvei Michkov, Yzerman gives a great scoring option to go with Michkov's potential in their top 6, although I'm not sure how long it'll take Yzerman to make the NHL. At number 13, we have the Minnesota Wild. So with good forward and defense options left to choose from, the Wild go with, in my opinion, defenseman Carter Yakimchuk of the WHL's Calgary Hitmen. A 6'3", 201-pound offensive defenseman. He had 30 goals last season. He has a very heavy shot and dances around defenders with ease, making him a threat anytime he carries the puck. He's physical and takes penalties because of it. He was tied for 4th in the WHL, not for penalty minutes, as you might be thinking, but for scoring. So good. I'm sure Minnesota, they need some offense from the back end, and this guy could provide that, Carter Yakimchuk. At number 14, we have San Jose, and they get this pick from Pittsburgh. I think they take right wing Liam Greentree of Windsor of the OHL. Although I'm a bit stuck here with San Jose's second pick. They might go with D that's available or add a winger to play with Celebrini. I'm going with Greentree, but I'm not really confident in that in any way. I just stuck on this one. For a D, I'd say maybe Adam Jiricek from Czechia, David Jiricek's younger brother. I'm going to leave it at Greentree because, why not? And like I said, I'm stuck with this one. At number 15, Detroit Red Wings. Detroit seems to like to take centers lately with their first pick. So I'm giving them center Konsta Helenius, playing in Jukurit in Finland in the Liga, where he had 36 points in 51 games. He's a smart player who is 6'1", 200 pounds, a great passer with great awareness in all three zones, has an intelligent two-way game, and can play center or wing. Playing in Liga, Helenius is playing against men and succeeding, and that's, got to be great for him when he does hit the NHL to get there. At number 16, we got the St. Louis Blues, and the final pick in the top 16. So I have St. Louis selecting Swedish right wing Michael Brandsegg-Nygaard, a player that doesn't excel at any one thing, but does everything well. So to me, like a Ryan O'Reilly type, and St. Louis did well with O'Reilly there. 6'1", 200 pounds, very well-rounded with few holes in his game, good hockey sense, high compete level, and makes good decisions. I think he's a good, safe pick here, and that's where I think St. Louis is going to go. All right, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments about who I have here, who you would have there. Give a thumbs up, and take care. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.